It's Perp back with another video, and I just got done watching Extraction 2 starring Chris Hemsworth. This is the sequel to the first Extraction, which these Extraction movies have been really solid. Netflix definitely needed these types of movies because, they haven't had the best track record as far as movies go, and I think they really found something with these Extraction movies. And it's dope to see Chris Hemsworth not play a goofy ass character and more of a serious action character. And this is more of the same, but also a lot more action. There's this big ass one shot in this movie that was really dope. We get a little bit more personal this time around, though. We dive a little bit more into Rake's backstory in this, and some of his people from his past come back. And I was always curious to see how this one was going to explain how he survived at the end of the first one. And they kind of explain that they found him before he could die and stuff like that. And then he goes into like a semi-retirement, but then Idris Elba's character comes in and says, hey, you got another mission. You gotta go get your ex-wife's sister out of jail because there's these two brothers that are these crime lords, and they're pretty generic. The bad guys in these movies are pretty generic. They're really forgettable, but that's pretty much his mission. And to find out that he had an ex-wife, and we get a lot more backstory on that, because in this he's very much in a relationship with Nick. And Nick was an interesting character as well in this. Not too much going on with her character this time around, besides of her brother being in this. Her brother is the character Yaz. But yeah, it pretty much becomes a mission where Chris Hemsworth's character Tyler Rake, has to break into a prison to rescue this family. And the dumbest person out of this whole family is Sandro. He is so dumb. He can't just see the fact that maybe my family doesn't really care about me. My father doesn't care about me. My uncle doesn't care about me, because they are shooting at me like they want to just kill me. But yet, one thing leads to another, and it just becomes one of those situations where he doesn't see the error of his ways until damn near to the end of the movie. And I'm just like, that's really predictable. The action is really cool from when they are escaping the prison. It's just like a non-stop action fest, and especially in the cars and stuff. Like, these car chases are really dope. As they're leaving the prison, they have this fight at like this gym, which was really cool. But after that, it kind of starts to dwindle down and just become really generic. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, because I do want to see what they're going to do with an Extraction 3. Like, all you have to kind of keep in mind with these movies is just basic stories, but filled with a bunch of dope action. That's pretty much what you're going to get out of an Extraction movie. Don't go in here thinking like you're going to get some deep shit, even though, like I said, they dive into Tyler's backstory, and I'm curious to see where that's going to lead into a Extraction 3, if we're going to get a little bit more of his backstory. Who is the person that is in charge, that's really running things? I predict that it's probably going to be like Arnold Schwarzenegger or something like that, just because he's like the head of the action director, whatever, there at Netflix. I'd be cool if it was somebody that was almost in the MCU or something like that, or I don't know. It was cool though. I enjoyed this movie. Was it a bit too long for it to be like 2 hours and some change? Yeah, they could have probably shaved off like 15-20 minutes. Other than that, I think people would really enjoy this. It's dope to kind of see Chris Hemsworth in these types of roles, like I was saying. But this is just my quick take on the movie. Very basic, forgettable villain, or I should say villains. Action, I think, is what really keeps this whole entire story kind of going, and it pretty much carries the film all the way through. Let me know how you guys feel about this in the comments below. Which one do you prefer, Extraction 1 or Extraction 2? Me, I'd have to pick the first one just because I felt like that just felt somewhat new or something different for Netflix. I don't know. We'll see what they do with the third one. Till next time, I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.